Ever since Peaky Blinders was first released in 2013, the show has gathered quite the fan following. The show's dark and intense atmosphere isn't the only thing that has drawn fans towards it. Fans enjoy the off-screen moments as much as they enjoy the on-screen ones. Plus, with the release of Season 6 looming on our heads, there's no better way to spend the wait than reminiscing over some of the bloopers and funny moments from Peaky Blinders. Just a little heads up before we continue, if you haven't watched the series until the latest update, you may want to be cautious as this video contains spoilers for Peaky Blinders. First, hair makes the characters. One of the alluring things about Peaky Blinders is the 20th century setup. This includes not only the set and the atmosphere, but also the styling of all the characters. We don't know about you, but we absolutely love the iconic flat caps that all the Peakies wear. Yes, the razor lace caps may be a bit unrealistic, but hey, at least they make a great fashion statement. The hats aren't the only iconic styling statement the Peakies have. If you've been keeping up with the show's fan base, you'll know that the fans absolutely love the hairstyling. But can the same be said for the cast? Afraid not. In an interview, Cillian Murphy, who portrays Tommy Shelby, seemed rather regretful when talking about the Peakies getting their hair shaved off with a razor. Joe Cole, who plays the youngest Shelby, John Shelby, stated that as the youngest brother, he got the brunt of it and had to have the shortest, most ridiculous hair. Even little Alfie Evans Mears revealed that he used to have quite long hair and had to get it all chopped off for his role as Finn Shelby. Being the good sport that he is, he added that he'd eventually grow his hair back. Everyone seems to think they've gotten the worst of the hairstyling, and Paul Anderson was no exception. He stated that while Cillian and Cole got shorter hair, he had to deal with the long and severe hairstyle that Arthur Shelby sports. Perhaps the most amusing response to the hairstyling was from Ito Goldberg, who plays the role of Freddie Throne. Goldberg stated that he was the first sacrifice the show made in terms of extreme hairstyling, and eventually the rest of the Peaky crew followed his example. Hey, nobody said fashion didn't require a few sacrifices. The hairstyles may definitely be difficult to manage, but they do look great. Plus, they definitely help add to the characters. The cast is definitely lucky that the time period didn't require outrageous hair dyes. Bright colored hair would definitely ruin the tough guy image of the Shelbys and their crew. How does the cast keep themselves entertained while filming? There's no denying that Peaky Blinders has quite a lot of intense and dark scenes. We can't imagine how tough it was for the cast to constantly keep up the gloomy, serious mood throughout the shooting. Well, we need not worry much. It seems that the cast can manage to entertain themselves in between shoots just fine. Perhaps one of the fans' most favorite behind the videos is of the cast hitting each other with spoons. Yes, you've heard that correctly. Well, it's definitely an odd and painful way of spending time, but hey, if it keeps the Peakies amused, we're not ones to complain. Another way the cast spends their time in between shoots is by jamming to their favorite tunes. Fans of the series were super amused when they saw clips of the cast jamming and rapping along to some of the recent trending tunes. Now we have Cillian being a meme. Now, if you haven't seen the iconic Cillian disappointment meme, which rock have you been living under? Quite a few fans pointed out that when Cillian is quiet during an interview, he sports an expression that's akin to a disappointed face. Remember the sad Affleck meme that went viral after Batman vs Superman? This one is quite similar. Fans absolutely love using the Cillian disappointed face meme. We wouldn't be surprised if you find one or two posts of the meme while scrolling through a Peaky Blinders thread on Twitter. In true Cillian fashion, the man seemed slightly confused over the fans' amusement regarding the meme, but was glad that it was at least helped him learn what a meme is. Don't worry too much, Cillian. In this day and age, being a meme is definitely praiseworthy and a proud accomplishment. Now we have Cillian's run in with a Peaky Blinders themed bachelorette party. Now, Cillian has gathered quite a lot of fame over the course of his career. His role in the Inception and the Dark Knight trilogy definitely brought a lot of attention to the actor. However, the attention was nothing compared to the attention he gained from his role as Tommy Shelby in Peaky Blinders. Let's be honest, Tommy Shelby definitely plays a big part in drawing in more attention. Tommy Shelby and his crew have definitely influenced a lot of people, whether it's their styling or their bachelorette party theme. Speaking of the latter, Cillian's co-star Emily Blunt from A Quiet Place 2 revealed in an interview that the two were out for dinner at a restaurant when Blunt spotted a bachelorette party. As you've guessed it, the party was Peaky Blinders themed. Blunt said that she immediately pointed out the group to Cillian, and the two attempted to quietly escape the restaurant. Fortunately for Cillian, the two were able to leave unnoticed, otherwise, we're sure Cillian would have been asked to do an impression or two at the very least. Next, Snoop Dogg's appearance on Peaky Blinders. Apparently, Stephen Knight likes to keep the cast and crew on their toes. The screenwriter often throws a few misdirections in terms of the script just to keep things interesting for the cast. For instance, in an interview, Cole revealed that Stephen Knight has often said that Snoop Dogg might be in the next season or some similar misdirection. Funniest part is that the crew never knows how serious the director is with his misdirections. And we're not sure if Snoop Dogg will actually make an appearance on the show or not, but can you imagine how cool it would be to see the rapper styled according to the 20th century playing this part as a Peaky Blinder? Regardless, with the type of misdirections Knight shows at the cast, we're not surprised if they're constantly expecting the unexpected. Next, Inspector Campbell's introduction. It's been a while since we've gone back to Inspector Campbell's introduction scenes, but this video calls for a revisit. Campbell's first introduced during season 1 when he's sent to Birmingham on behalf of Winston Churchill, who had assigned him to locate and reclaim the missing weapons from Birmingham's small arms company's factory. Campbell brings with him new laws and rules warning his officers to stop accepting bribes from the Peaky Blinders. During one such scene, when Campbell's addressing his officers, fans notice a blooper. Behind Campbell, as he's giving a speech to his team, fans spotted a board on the wall that had a bunch of dates ranging from 1979 onwards. This board suggests a more modern setting, which is contrary to when the show's actually set, given that the show takes place right after World War I in 1919. The board with the dates is definitely a blooper that the producers were unable to take into account. Lastly, Alfie Solomon and Tom Hardy are two sides of the same coin. Now, we all know that Tom Hardy is a fairly amusing person. His interviews and off-screen moments definitely draw on quite a few laughs. Fans of Peaky Blinders know that the same can be said for his character Alfie Solomon as well. The show definitely has its share of intense scenes, but Alfie's character definitely adds an air of lightness and amusement to the show. What better way to end this clip than to talk a little about Alfie Solomon? Portrayed by Tom Hardy, Alfie is unpredictable, aggressive, intelligent, playfully scheming, and absolutely hilarious. The fans can't get enough of him. And his very first encounter with Tommy is brilliantly portrayed and is definitely a fan favorite. His return to the series in season 4 also brought along quite some amusing scenes. Alfie's encounter with Abermangold is another scene that had fans littering social media with their amusement. As this video revealed, Peaky Blinders definitely had its share of bloopers and funny moments that just add more charm to the compelling storyline and the amazing character portrayals. It's definitely a little bit of a whiplash to see the cast acting all serious and tough one minute and then start goofing around when the camera's not rolling, but it's definitely worth it, especially given all the iconic scenes we've gathered throughout the years. Which one was your favorite scene from the ones we shared? Were there any moments that we missed? We'd love to know if we have, so do drop a comment below. While it's definitely been pleasant catching up to all the amusing scenes from the season 1 until season 5, we're super hyped to see what the upcoming season holds for Tommy Shelby and his crew. Do you have any theories about what season 6 of Peaky Blinders is going to be about? We're super curious to know what you think, so be sure to drop all your theories in the comments below.